4-3 serve. One serve to come from Kim. Short down the middle, probably. There it goes, short down the middle. It was a good strategy. It's made Tiani come forward. She popped the ball up a little bit. She couldn't attack it. That's a good strategy that Kim's been employing in this match to score her points. Try and stop the onslaught of attacking stroke play coming from Tiani. High toss. Yeah, top spin. Kim knows that when that ball is thrown up that she needs to attack it if she can. Oh, this game is neck and neck. A real strategic battle between these two players who know each other so well, practice together each other, play each other multiple times in tournaments. But this is the big one, New Zealand Championships. Tiani Lee hunting her 5th New Zealand Women's Singles title. Kim Wang would dearly love to break that run. Both these girls are lovely ladies. They've helped with coaching, they help with junior groups, they're thickly involved with the sport at all levels. And there's a break here from Kim. She's gone out to an 8-4 lead. Umpire Dave Rowan keeping an eye on proceedings. Short chop and a good return from Kim, and Tiani Lee, for the very first time, her expression was looking at it thinking, what on earth just happened? Wow, Kim is coming back strongly. So Kim serving, 6 game points for the second game. She really wanted to just to get that game finished by going for a different type of serve. She decided to just turn it last minute, do a big long backhand serve down the forehand to upset the rhythm, but she missed it. It's a false serve, and it's 10-5. Tiani won't give this game up. There it goes, it's 1-all. So we've got 2 Auckland players playing each other, and so therefore no bench coaches, which is an unwritten rule. If 2 players from the same association are playing each other, then as a general rule the coaching staff will stay away and the 2 players are battling it out themselves. So these 2 players are highly experienced players and self-motivation is no problem. Straight into the third game, best of 7. This is the second women's singles semi-final. Fiona Zai from Wellington has made the final and will play the winner of this game. Tiani Lee straight into her work. 1 game all. Men's singles semi-finals coming up after this. Sweet mini lead here. Kim lost both those serves on her serve, so it's 2-0 to Tiani with her serve to come. She'll be looking to get a lead here. Wow, Kim Wang. I mean, you talk about footwork. I mean, that ball was blocked quickly down her forehand, and she got across there to make that forehand and force the error from Sunshine. Didn't quite get underneath that ball enough to return it. So we've got 2-all. 3-1. Sorry, 3-1. 1-3. Come to serve. Short down the backhand. And she keeps on going there because she doesn't want to get Tiani's forehand into action. Just keeping it tight down there. Very tight serves. Suffocating Tiani. Suffocating her. don't attack, don't let her attack. And she's just forced 2 unforced errors off Tiani. So Kim is playing a really intelligent game. Tiani looks to the sky and thinks, what on earth is going on? 3-all in the third game, and it is 1-all. Yeah, the player who's going to get this one, it's a game of attrition. Yeah, the person who gets this game is going to be the one who just basically can be more consistent, because they're both very strong players, but Tiani will rely on her consistency to sneak her home. But Kim's need to go to play very strong. Yeah, good crowd starting to build up. The finals have been advertised quite widely in the Tauranga area, and as we head into the once we come away from the semis, which we're in at the moment, and we get into a brilliant backhand from Tiani, and the educated table tennis crowd watching this at the moment realise that was a superb backhand cross court from the left-hander. Winner. 6-3, it's allowed to open up a 3-point lead. Kim, it'll be short and spinny. A little bit of top spin on it as well. Prepare to engage in the counter hit. And Tiani hits it off. Tiani to serve. High toss serve, 2 metres. What? That's a medium spin on that. But Kim is playing really aggressively. She's playing really aggressive table tennis. You have to have a go at Tiani, trying to break this 4-year winning streak. Tiani going for 5 years in a row for the women's singles. And it's standing in her way right now is a very determined Kim Wang in the black and yellow, and she's taking it to Tiani, making her really, really dig deep. But she's 5-7 down. Short backhand serves coming up. Wow, that was a fantastic rally. Counter hit. Blow after blow.
Jordan Q-Ming.
Mm-hmm. (5-8). And Tiani Sunshine has opened up a 9-5 lead. Just by perseverance and just being a bit more consistent. Kim is just trying so much to stay calm. Wow, class. Faded, looked like she was going to go cross court, but in fact she faded just at the last second. Adjusted the angle of her bat and went down the line of Kim, and Kim just was a little bit slow in reacting. Didn't quite get there. It's a sign of a real class player. She's got 5 game points. Very high toss serve, chop serve, and the commentator just fetches the ball, and that's 2-1 up to Tiani. And we have 2 live streams back in action again, and we have 2-1 up to Tiani in the second semi-final at the New Zealand Table Tennis Championships, and we have the first of the men's singles semi-finals just getting underway with Paul Kyle calling that one. So the former Beijing province team member Tiani Lee starts off the next game. So Kim's up against it here now. She's come down to the fact that she really needs to play consistent and maybe just try and upset Tiani's really strong, consistent over the table counter hitting and smashing. Tiani Lee's prepared to give it a go from anywhere, and that was a beautiful cross court from the forehand side. Wide down Kim. Kim blocked it off, made a reach for it, couldn't quite get to it. Forehand scoop banana serve, and that worked. And for the first time in the match, I have heard a no from Tiani. She wants to put the strangle loose on. She doesn't want Kim to get back in the game. Kim's gone out to a 3-point lead. It's 1-4 to Kim. She's down 2-1. Tiani leads 2-1. Tiani serves. Kim wants to keep this lead. She really needs to get this game to get back into it. She's only down 2-1. There's only a few points in it. Tiani Lee is just showing signs of a more power game coming into action. Good aggressive play from Kim Wang. As the first men's singles semi-final on the other live stream is underway. You've got a choice of two matches to watch here. This is the second women's singles semi-final in the New Zealand Table Tennis Championships. God, Kim Wang is really taking it to Tiani Lee. She's thinking to herself, I need to hurry up and get aggressive. I need to attack. I cannot let her in. She's still down 3-5 though. And Tiani Lee has two lovely serves, high toss serve. She's able to adjust the spin, quick flick of the bat at the end. Hard to read, is it going to be top spin or chop, side spin. And she's just established a 3-point lead in this, the fourth game. She's up 2-1, second of the women's singing final. Winner of this plays Fiona Zhao from Wellington, who beat Lee Tang Guo from Northland in the previous women's semi. Kim to serve. Oh, she varied it up. She went long, and it worked because she went straight into a very strategic backhand counter hit rally. Forced the error. She's playing down into that left hip area of Tiani Lee, making her just cramp her up just a little bit, enough just to force the error. Oh, saw a great rally there, which I thought Kim thought she probably had about 2 points into it. Tiani Lee kept the ball on the table, returned it back, and then forced an error from Kim. But 7-5, Tiani's serving 7-5 up in the fourth game. She's up 2-1. All in semi. Yeah, she's varying it. So Tiani Lee is wanting to switch it. She doesn't want to keep it all down in Kim's backhand because she knows she's getting into a little bit of trouble. Kim can control the backhand. Kim's controlling that backhand quite well. That's the high toss. A lucky net cord from Kim. She's come back to 7-all in the fourth game. And Kim really wants this game. She doesn't want to go 1-3 down if she's going to try and cause an upset here. Sticking with the backhand serve. It'll be short, nice and short, very spinny. Don't let her attack. She attacked, but it was good enough. It was good enough. Kim gets a slight 1 point edge. She wants to just try and get another point here. She's thinking about the serve, slowing the game down a little bit. Short backhand. Watch the backhand serve. In the middle. And she got the top spin in. Spun the ball first. Got the advantage. And Tiani Lee put it off the end. And now we have a 9-7 lead. But Tiani's got the serve. Tiani want to come back, get at least one of these points. Obviously both. Ooh, there's a few lucky breaks in there, but it ended up being to the advantage of Tiani Lee, who got that point, and she's got 1 point back on her service. She's only 8-9 down in the fourth game. She's 2 games to 1 up in this women's semi-final. Every serve's high. High toss. Got the first attack in. Kim attacks. Backhand. Across the forehand. Backhand. Cross court. Backhand. Net. Oh, lucky net edge. Gives Kim Wang 2 game points. 2 game points, and she's got the serve. Exciting stuff at the New Zealand Championships. Women's singles semi-final. Kim Wang nearest the camera, serving 10-8 up. 2 game points. Can she get one of them? She just needs one of these points. Serves, backhand, short, attacks, and she's got it. Kim Wang comes back. She wins the game 11-8. Umpire Dave Rowan from Wanganui shows us that score. It is 11-8. Win to Kim Wang from Auckland. Playing playing Tiani Sunshine. And it is 2 games all. Best of 7. Still a lot of table tennis left on this, folks. This women's is going down, and you're seeing quite a high level of table tennis. It's opening up. The rallies are starting to get longer, and they are counter hitting strongly to each other. We'll be back in a minute. We're back in a short minute. Here we go. Kim Wang serving 2 games all. It's all tied up. Doesn't get much more even than this. Tiani Lee will be thinking, what have I got to do to get my 5th singles title? How do I get to the final? I've got to get past this rock. This rock in Kim Wang. Every serve is a backhand serve. Kim has got no forehand serves whatsoever. Every serve is short or strategically long to force an error. It was probably just a little bit long. It was halfway. It wasn't short, it wasn't long, it was halfway. And Kim would think, that wasn't right, I didn't get that right. It's 1-all. It's 1-all. Tiani Lee to serve. Kim is just ever so slightly starting to gain an advantage in those over-the-table quick encounters. She's keeping it on Tiani's backhand. She is not putting it wide down the forehand. She doesn't want to do that. She's keeping it on the backhand. Attack. Two games all. 2 all the 2s. Short serve. Chance to attack. Kim Wang's just starting to get ascendancy. She's made the comeback to 2-all, and she's now ascendancy in the over-table rallies. The quick counter hit encounters. Change of strategy down the forehand, and it worked. Real key time to change that. Tiani wasn't really expecting it down the forehand. The majority of the serves have gone down her backhand, and all of a sudden Kim Wang, very intelligent player, puts a short one down the forehand, which brought Tiani forward and forced the error in the rally. It's given a 2-point mini break to Kim Wang. Oh, Kim Wang is just playing this game tight. Short pushes, forcing the error. Tiani Lee just in a spot of bother now, 2-5 down. Heavy side spin serve. these ladies are imparting high amounts of spin on it, and so to try and keep it short and try and get an attack shot going, either or, depending what they try and do, is both difficult. So it's a high level of play. Kim is looking at, am I going to serve the backhand or forehand? She scored off a forehand serve, and she's gone down the backhand again. Chance to attack. Backhand rally starts. Kim into the net. The lead has come back. It's only 1 point now. So a tall or 2 point advantage is big. Kim doesn't want to be playing catch up, and she's not. She's just keeping a couple of points ahead, keeping the pressure on Tiani. Keeping the pressure on Tiani Lee. Five, 6. She's wanting that back. She wants it back. She doesn't want to be down going into the last part of the game. It's neck and neck, point for point. And there you go. She's got it at 6 all. Point for point. There's no big leads being here. It's just such a tight game. Both players playing really tight table tennis. Tight over the table and counters. Kim Wang, backhand serve. She's moving over a little bit more to the middle this time. Don't be surprised if you see it come down the forehand. She did, down the forehand, short down the forehand. The shot was on. She created the high push back. Good crowd watching here from all the associations who have been playing the tournament lately. We've got players in the stand, local players, tournament, Canterbury players. Some Southland players who are a really appreciative audience. They know they're watching some really good table tennis. Kim Wang, an edge, and it's 7 all. It's point for point. A big shout out to Tavish Voigt from Otago, who, from all the Otago players, might not have known it, but he had a bad fall, landed on his shoulder, and he dislocated it. Ambulance. He's just come back to the stadium, having had that put back into place. So any Otago listeners and watchers, Tavish is okay. He's in the stand having a big smile. Probably had a bit of Valium, I'd suggest. He's got a big sling on. He landed, crashed heavily on his right shoulder. But he is okay. He'll be off to the Mongolian barbecue tonight. We've got 9-7, so Kim Wang has now got a 2 point deficit to catch up here, 2 all. Serve will be strategic. She'll want to get the backhand attack going very quickly. And there it goes. Attacked, managed to get onto the forehand very quickly. One mini break point back. It's 9-8. Kim still has the serve. Thinking about where it's going to go. Tiani's not sure because she's been going to the backhand and the forehand. It's in the middle. It probably was just a bit easy and a little bit bobbly high, that serve. Tiani Lee just got the forehand into action and has a 10-8 lead, has 2 game points to go 3-2 up in the women's semi-final. And there it goes. She's gone 3-2 up. Well, Kim just really just hung in there, and the game is so tight with such short spin serves that it just slipped away at the end for Kim. She was right on it. She had a 2 point lead, but just let it slip away. So no mucking around from these girls. They don't take too much of a break. They come back and they're getting ready to start the 3-2 to Tiani. 3 games 2. And first point in this crucial game for Kim Wang. Kim Wang will want to stay with it. She will not want to fall behind. She's at a 3-2, best of 7, first to win 4. And high toss serve. Kim Wang got to stay with it. But Tiani Lee's starting to show class. Kim Wang just showing signs of a little bit of stiffness there. Possible injury in the right arm. Hard to say, just stretching it out maybe. So 1-1, Kim wants to stay with her. Brilliant counter hit play. Kim keeping it down the middle channels, not wanting to go too wide, knowing that Tiani Lee wide on the forehand is very, very good and lethal. So she's staying, keeping it down the middle. So strategy is basically short serve, play down the middle, left hip area of Tiani. Backhand serve, short, very strategic. Big forehand, gets wide, and Tiani Lee goes cross court down the line, cross court down the line, gets the point. It's 2-2. This has been a really close game all the way through. Tiani Lee just wanting to employ the fast counter hit, get that forehand smash going as soon as she can. Kim staying right up to the table, doesn't want to go back at all. That would be a danger to do that, so she's staying up. It's forced the error with a slow high backhand topspin, which was just mistimed by Tiani Lee. So Tiani up 3-2, and it is 3-3, 3 games to 2 to Tiani Lee. Dave Rowan umpire from Wanganui. Over for the finals day, and some big finals coming up. Winner of this will play Fiona Joel from Wellington. Change of tactics from Kim. Great rally, great rally. Fast over the table counter hitting. This is where the reflexes in the game come into it. Hours and hours of practice, the reflex happens. Just intuitively knowing where the ball goes next. At all times, Tiani Lee wants to attack, which is why Kim is keeping those serves so short. And even then, Tiani Lee is getting an attack shot. So she's got the serve at 4-4. Kim's staying with her. Needs to stay with her if she wants to stay in this match. So middle parts of this crucial match for Kim Wang. Up 5-4. It was about this point in the previous game when Tiani came back and went away with it. So Kim needs to stay here with it. Needs a point or two off the serve. Oh, unlucky. Still people coming in for the finals, up to about a really good solid wee crowd building up here, and a really good solid wee game building up here as well in the Women's Semi-Final New Zealand Championships 2018 at Tauranga. Tauranga's been a great venue, the Queen Elizabeth Centre here in Elizabeth Ave and Tauranga. Tournament, a condensed 8-day version. Organised and run by John Lee, the CEO of Table Tennis New Zealand. A real big support crew led by Paul Henderson from Tauranga. It's the first time for 40 years Tauranga's had these national championships, and it's overall been a real success, culminating in these finals being streamed live to you Kim's opened up a wee lead here. Tiani has to serve 5-8, but she will keep attacking. She won't think the game's gone. Kim knows that. Kim needs to stay strong, be aggressive. Each player wants to get the first hit in, first spin up. There it goes. Oh, brilliant, 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 Kim Wang. She was forced back. She put one up. It's the first time almost she's been that far back from the table. Put one up, and Tiani Lee has handed Kim Wang a 9-5 lead. Tiani puts her head down, has a wee think about it. Kim with the serve. And she's now got 5 game points. Brilliant play. Brilliant. She is 10-5 up. She's just keeping it so tight. Short serves. Get an attack in. Don't let Tiani Sunshine attack. Both players concentrating heavily. Tiani Lee is quite capable of ripping out 5 straight points in a row, so Kim will be aware of that. Do not think you've won the game, Kim. It's not there yet. Wow. Tiani Lee just says, I don't care what the score is, I'm keeping coming. She's got 2 of them back. Kim Wang still with 3 game points. She needs it to get to 3-all because she's down 2-3 to Tiani Lee. Wow, Tiani Lee, class, all class. Big forehand cross court down, wide down Kim's backhand. So wide, in fact, that Kim could not get across on that backhand to play the shot. She went wide on the forehand, then ripped it across Kim down her backhand. And she's just saved 3 game points. They're slipping away from Kim. She wants to close it out on a serve. 8-10. She's 2-3 down, but she's up 10-8. Long serve. Counter hit rally. Oh my goodness. Tiani Lee has just clawed back 4 game points off Kim Wang. She's got 1 serve left. Now watch for this serve. This will be probably her most important serve of the whole match. She wants to take this game, get it to 3-all. She's got 1 game point. 1 game point to Kim. Only 1. She had 5. She wants the serve. Tiani Lee's on a big comeback. Where's it going to go? Short down the backhand. Will it be? Down the middle. Attacks. And she's forced the error. And Tiani Lee loses that one, 9-11. Kim Wang is taking it to the 7. We're going to the 7th, folks, in the second of the women's singles semi-final between Kim Wang and Tiani Sunshine Lee. Back in a minute. Seventh and final deciding game in this best of 7 match between Kim Wang and she serves and she's there away, folks. It's going to be a roller coaster ride, and there it goes. It's starting right now. Kim Wang just hits that one long. Both these ladies just fast count hit over the table, and it's going to be a strategic final game. Little gaps between points, slow the game down between points. Kim Wang to serve, short serves. Every serve short. Went long, bobbed it up. Oh. It's going to be a real counter hit battle fest here, folks. 3-all in the 7th. Dave Rowan, the umpire, concentrating on this one. Mini break here for Tiani. 2-0 up. Attack starts. Wow. 2-1. If Tiani Lee thought she was going to start breaking away in a big lead, Kim Wang had other thoughts. Take that, said Kim Wang. Tiani Lee took that. short, off the table from Kim Wang, and we have a mini break, 2 points. But it is Kim Wang's serve at 1-3 down. Big Tavish Voigt in the crowd from Otago is okay. He is back with us after dislocating his shoulder in a big fall, taken to hospital. But Tiger folks, he's okay and smiling. And that mini break is turning into a serious mini break. There could be a timeout being called. No, just slowing the game down between points. Tiani Lee, she's up 4-1 in the 7th and deciding game of the second women's singles semi-final at the 2018 New Zealand Table Tennis Championships. No, Kim Wang's not going home. Kim Wang wants to make that final. She wants to stop this winning streak of 4 in a row. She doesn't want Tiani Lee to get to 5. These two Auckland players are really going at hammer and tongs at 4-2. The brilliant high toss serves, real contrast to the short serves from Kim Wang. Side spin, heavy side spin, chop, and she really loaded with top spin on that one down into the backhand, and Kim didn't manage to get a bat on it. It's 5-2, change of ends. It's the 7th game, change of ends. Tiani Lee with the serve. 2-5, 3-all. Kim Wang. 3-5, 3-5. And Kim with the serve at 3-5. She desperately wants to get at least one of these. She doesn't want Tiani to get away on her. She needs one of these points. She's going wider onto the backhand for this. She's been serving from the middle, but this one, let it go long. She wanted the attack to happen. She served long, was prepared for the counter hit. Really needs this next point to stay in this. Kim Wang needs the next point. 3-6 down, 1 serve left. 7th match. Exciting stuff here at the Queen Elizabeth Centre in Tauranga. Kim the serve, wants the point. Short down the forehand. Let call. Let call by umpire Dave Rowan from Wanganui. Table Tennis New Zealand Championships has Tiani Lee in the second of the women's singles semi-final, gone 7-3 lead. Sponsored by NZTT, Pub Charity, and some others. We'll come to them. Great rally by Tiani Lee. She's really showing her class now to go to 8-3. She's opened up, in the context of this match, has opened up a seriously big lead. Seriously big lead. Ball flies across from the other semi-final, or the first of the men's semi-single final. Jaden Lee up 3-0. If you're not watching the other live stream. Kim needs to score points. There's the first of them. And she has the serve, and this is crucial now. The comeback has to happen. 4-8. And she's capable of a comeback, no doubt about that. Two really classy Auckland players here. Great sportswoman. Really cool and calm under pressure. 4-8, 7th game. There's the first of them. Kim Wang has one of them back on her comeback. 5-8. Some great matchups coming up in the men's doubles final. Coming up as the carryover champions from Christchurch last year, Tony Liu, who's also going to be in the semi-final next of the men's singles, and Matt Hetherington But meanwhile, we're still going strong on this one. 5-8. Kim Wang serving. One more serve left. Needs this point. Oh, great attack. Great. She's got it. Kim Wang is there. The crowd are focusing on this game. A round of applause for Kim Wang. She's just made a mini comeback. It's 8-6. 8-6. 3-all. 7th match. Tiani Lee serving. Tiani Lee has got the serve. Eight six. No, next. Oh, Kim Wang just played a brilliant backhand topspin from near the forehand side, and it really upset Tiangi Lee, and it has given us a 7-8. It is neck and neck, folks, and we have a timeout. So we have a timeout called by Tiangi Lee. She has 1 minute. Or up to a minute, and if she comes back, then Kim Wang has to go straight back to the table. So it's a real strategic timeout because the comeback has been the last 4 points now. Kim Wang has scored the last 4 points and come back to 7-8. I'll just remind you that this is the 7th and deciding game of this women's semi-final. It is really exciting stuff. The crowd are on the edge of their seat, literally. Murmuring. Can Kim Wang upset Tiani Lee? Sunshine. Here we go.
Very exciting.
8-7, Paul.
Very exciting game.
It's 8-7 with one serve left from Tiani Lee. Where's it going to go? High toss serve. Short down the forehand, probably, Paul. No, I was completely wrong. Oh, it was a strategically strong serve. Short down the backhand. Kim was just a little bit passive. 7-9, but the serve is with Kim Wang. Can she upset this 4-streak winning of the women's singles title by Tiani Lee?
No, but I'd like to see her on this point to make it exciting.
Oh, here it goes. 7-9, Paul. 7-9. Short. Where's the attack? There's the attack. There's the attack. There's the attack. Oh, he's blasted it off. She's blasted off. We've got 8-9. This is exciting. This is one of the most exciting games of the National Championships here in Tauranga 2018.
Could be.
Sponsored by pub charity NZTT.
New Zealand Racing Board, a nomad restaurant here in Tauranga, a local restaurant. Had dinner there the other night, Grant. Fantastic.
Oh, thanks for that, Paul. Kim Wang, one serve, 8-9, one serve. She's going over to the forehand side to serve that backhand. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? Let's watch. Spins it up. Block. Oh!
10-8. Match point, eh? Match point. Championship point.
No.
Match point.
Semi-final.
Semi-final.
Correct.
Sorry.
That's okay. I think we need to have a meeting outside shortly, don't we, to talk about the next game. But
yes.
Anyway,
Definitely.
Tiang Lee has 2 match points to get to the women's final. Here she goes. First one. She didn't get the first one.
No.
Didn't get the first one.
Very sharp.
10-9. It is 10-9.
This girl's only 3 points away from winning now. If she wins,
It's close, man.
I think she'll win the final. What do you think?
I'm not going to make those sort of predictions at the moment, but let's just concentrate on this game. This game.
Think this game?
10-9. What's Kim going to do? Attack or push? Okay, the serve's going to be short. It has to be short from Tiani Lee. 10-9 up. One more match point.
That was a bit long, that serve.
Oh! 10-0. All locked up. Doesn't get closer than this. This is turning out to be the match of the tournament so far. 10-all.
Very, very nervous.
10-all.
She's probably never been in this position.
So 10-all, you have to win by 2. It's 1 serve each. And Kim Wang has the serve. She wants to capitalise by getting this. Kim Wang hasn't timed out yet, by the way. Tiani Lee has.
Wow.
Here we go. Here we go. Let's watch it.
I don't think she'll time out.
Oh! Kim Wang has match points. This is unreal.
3 more points, Grant.
Kim Wang has match points.
She gets this one.
Yeah.
Now Sunshine will be very, very.
Now here we go. Here we go. Kim Wang on the edge of the seats, but Tiani has the serve. She's down 10-11. Match point against her.
Tiani
Where's she going to
has
serve?
to be short.
Where's she going? It has to be short, Paul. Here we go, here we go.
It was long Grant, we were both right.
Oh, the crowd on the edge. I've never seen a crowd so excited.
This young lady uses a little smile and says, yep, you're sucking
11 all. 11 all in the
Straight on the
7th.
net.
11th all in the 7th game. There's no sets in table tennis sports games.
Oh,
11
sets
all.
match.
No games.
Games, so
Sets in tennis.
I get confused.
Okay.
Grant.
Quiet. Let's just quiet here, Paul, for a minute. 11 all. It's all locked up. 11 all in the 7th. How's that? What a game.
Quiet, Grant.
What a game. Oh!
That experience.
Kim Wing just off the end of the table.
Pressure.
Was looking for the edge but didn't get it. Tiani Lee, another match point. She'll be thinking, what have I got to do to get past this rock? Kim Wing, the rock. All my life, Kim Wing. Come on, here we go. Big serve from Tiani. Big serve. Oh!
She's blown another match point.
12 all.
She's blown another
She'll be
match
thinking, what have I got to do? Kim Wing's thinking, I'm going to get this one. I'm going to break this run of 4 straight singles title here at the New Zealand Table Tennis Championships in Tauranga 2018.
Yep, taken her out of a home environment. Here you go, down in Tauranga.
Here we go
Not a
again.
chance.
Here we go. Kim off the serve. Crowd silent.
Oh, nice backhand.
Oh, man! Kim Wing is strong, man.
Another match point.
She is so strong. That backhand counter hitting is just perfection. No mistakes at this stage of the game.
What would you like a prediction from me, Grant? She wins this point and then she wins the tournament.
We'll talk about that later, Paul. Tiani to serve. Match point down.
Oh, well, there's my prediction. Grant. Could have lost a lot of money on that.
12 all. 13 all, sorry.
Unlucky for some.
13 all. Who would have dreamed this would happen in the women's semi-final of the 2018 championship? And this is only the semi-final, Paul.
Both these players wouldn't have dreamed this because one would have thought that she would have got through easily and the other would have thought, I'd like to win it.
I think probably.
I think
So Kim's the serve. What's it going to
she'll
do?
be happy at
Here we go.
30-0. Top spin.
Oh,
great
what a rally!
rally.
What a rally!
She took the risk of the top spin serve. Did you see that, Grant?
She
A long
did.
top
She went
spin
for it.
serve,
She
and
did.
then she smashed it.
It was perfection long.
Smashed it
Perfection
into her
long.
body.
Absolutely perfection, that's it. So, Tiani will attack. Whatever happens, she's got to attack. She doesn't want Kim to attack. Here we go. Let's watch this unfold here. 13-14 down.
Match point again.
Oh! Was it a net cord?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just a nice,
She held back instead of
nice
smashing
control,
it.
short top spin.
She top spun it.
Popped it up.
It put
She
Kim off. Kim was probably ready for the smash, ready to smash it back. And it is 14 all, folks. This is just a sensational finish to this women's semi-final. It's anyone's game now. Anyone's. Kim with the serve. Backhand.
nice chop
She
serve.
just went straight in
Straight in
there.
the net.
Well,
Went for the
I
attack.
actually don't think there was too much chop on that, actually, Paul. But she completely
Grant, you've
mistimed
never
it.
been able to read spin very well.
Not yours.
So I can tell you.
No,
that
'cause
that
you don't put
was-
much on
that
it.
was a lot of spin on that serve.
So here we go. This is critical stage now. 14-15 down. Match point to Kim Wing.
Here now, my prediction's going to come through.
Wow.
Another great rally.
These two great gladiators of women's table tennis in New Zealand are having a match of the season at 15 all in the 7th game. The crowd on the seats.
It was the old days we used to play to 21.
This is not the old days. It's not the old days.
No, we used to play to 11.
Kim Wing's got the serve again. 15 all. This game's got a long way to go yet.
You know why she's got the serve? Because they have one each, Grant.
One each. Top spin. Starts the top spin.
Oh, off the end.
Tiani Sunshine is another match point.
Surely you couldn't let this one slip, Grant. You'd think, with all the experience she's had.
By the
over
way
the
this
years.
game's gone, I wouldn't be surprised what happens. Here we go.
Either way.
Match point to Tiani. Is the sun shining?
Oh, Topman serve.
So, what a game. Crowd were in raptures about that. Tiani has come through 17-15.